Welcome back, you degenerates, to the number one gambling podcast on earth. We are betting the diagonal. I'm Billy here with my boy Morgan Watkins. I'm sorry. I'm this whiskey's hitting me already.
It's
I I need a damn thing today. Cheers, my friends. I'm
cheers,
drinking.
cheers to another great day of betting.
I wish I could say the same, but as a normal college basketball game goes, gambling is full of ups and downs, full of swings, full of runs. I was I was killing on Monday. Had a good day yesterday. And, today I'm my private gambling where I'm live betting today is worse than like what the record shows on Twitter. So like
You gotta hide that stuff.
now,
Nobody needs to know about that.
yeah, but like no, I'm transparent. I'm all about transparency on this podcast. Like I wanted to start trying to put oh, I'm gonna live bet this, but then like by the time I get the
It's gone
number,
already.
it's gone. It's so
Yeah,
gone.
it's too tough. Live betting is
Like
great in the moment, but it's tough to get that out there for everybody.
yeah. So I'm having a bad day today. It's safe to
I'm
say I'm
having a great day. I'm having a great day. We just talked about it. Depending on this Baylor Illinois game, I know we both have on right now. We're looking at a 5-1 day possibly. You know, if you all follow the post and everything, Billy took a nice little jab there where I came up to a hot start and now I'm cold as shit. Well, we're reversing that train right now, baby. I'm heating back up. I'm feeling good. We're pouring the drinks because it's a great gambling day.
you know what I overall past few days have been great to us. It really has.
Yeah,
Well, to me at least.
college basketball's back.
That's
That's
all
the
that
most
matters.
important thing.
Yeah. So I there was some fellow degenerate that came into my job today. It was like I had the Stanford game on. He goes, "Man, I love college basketball." I'm like, "Yeah, you're a gambler, aren't you, my friend?" I didn't tell him. I didn't try to be professional. But I saw it in his eyes. Saw it
You
in
see
his
the
eyes.
twinkle. You see the twinkle.
Oh yeah.
You see the dollar bills. Like, oh my, look at that line. There's that over right there.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the game. I saw he was eyeing it. But let's talk about Sunday night. Was that Monday night? Monday night was great. It was pretty, it was fun because you had the
It was
right number.
something. I did. If you follow the 6 pack, I got it at -5.5 Seahawks. That was my mortal lock of the century. I was gonna put the house on it. I'd have put my kidneys on it. You name it. I was putting everything in that game. I got scared for a few minutes. I'm not gonna lie. I got very scared. That Hail Mary touchdown, I was like, "Oh, I don't even. You can't even call it a Hail Mary. That was just a shot in the dark prayer right
Just
there.
bounce off the
Somehow
guy's
got answered.
with the
Yeah, you know,
hands.
yeah. Of course, Fulgham couldn't have caught it. That would have made my fantasy week a little bit easier. But my team, we knew that. I was very confident the Eagles were going to lose. I love the Eagles, but we cannot beat the Seahawks. We don't beat the Seahawks. I'm shocked that the Seahawks didn't make it more ugly than it was. But
Mm-hmm.
we got the cover on my side. You got the cover on the Eagles side. That was a good day
Better.
all around for both of
It's
us.
better. Fly Eagles fly, baby. I'm rocking this all
That's
week.
right.
I'm
We
rocking
got the
yesterday on
Super
the other
Bowl
side.
flag back there somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, there it is. Super Bowl
Yes,
flag
I
way back
saw it this
there.
week.
We got, we have. Oh, it's always 2017 in this house.
Oh, that's great. Quick update. Baylor's up by 3, but that's neither here nor there. Just so the listeners at home know, me and Morgan are opposite sides in this game, so we're going to be talking about it a lot because it's on as we're recording.
Once my Illinois Illini here get a nice little lead, you're going to see me just going nuts. When this
That's
game's,
fine.
I got 5.5 coming my way right now with Illinois. I'm still winning this bet currently, so I like it. I have a tie game. I don't know what you're going nuts on.
I don't know how far behind you are. How
I
far
gotta say,
behind?
I'm at
30,
37,
37.
37 right now,
Oh,
so
that's
I'm a
fine.
little bit ahead of you. So if you're watching this, just know when Billy cheers that Baylor scored, I'm already past it. Illinois is already up by 10 at this
Like
point.
he's got to look behind him. I'm like, it's right
I
there.
got to turn a
It's
little bit to the side.
That's fine. You got to find a better spot. But there's no lighting over there.
I got lighting issues.
You too. My mom was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm like, "Oh, give me a lamp. Give me
I
a
need
lamp."
lights. I'm gonna get one of those book things, and little Bill put it on my hat, a little flashlight coming down. That's how we're
That,
gonna light her up next time.
that'd
Maybe
be.
put a lava lamp. That's gonna be with my winnings from this Illinois game. Put a
Oh,
lava lamp in the background. Illinois lava lamp.
Illinois just took the lead. But that's neither here nor there. Let's move on. Let's get into let's talk some hoops.
Let's do it. What do you want to start with? Want to start with our team? You want to talk about our team?
You knew it already. What do you think about Duke? Is Duke a little overrated this year? Or you think it's just a little Corona hangover?
I'm gonna say it's the Corona hangover right now. I'm gonna sit there with the best coach in the country, the best coach team in the country. We're the best team in the country. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna think. Give them a week. Give them 2 weeks. Now, you'll see when I pick one of my picks later, I think they're gonna lose again this upcoming week. But we'll get to that. I don't. I think that Duke is. I don't want to say they're overrated yet because then I think we're going to be underrating them very easily. I think they are still a top 10 team, arguably top 5 team. My opinion, number 1 team in the country, but we'll get there.
You're crazy.
You're
a homer. That's wild.
I just got a brand new Duke hoodie. I'm really excited about it too.
Duke gear is always fresh. Duke gear always looks good.
Gotta have that nice little devil. Oh, I love having that devil on my shoulder. He helps me get every single day. So,
Tom Izzo has never beaten Duke, and he walked right into an empty Cameron Indoor and made Coach K look like a little girl.
That's one of the things that scares me the most about this entire season, especially a team like Duke, where you feed off of that home crowd so much. In the same vein, it makes me feel very good about tournament time because you're going to be neutral sites. That home crowd isn't going to be as big of a factor. Makes you feel a little bit better when it gets there. But right now, we could have an interesting. I still think Duke's going to win the ACC. We got a lot of basketball to go. We got 30 some games left still this season.
Oh, man, we're a week in, and I've already bet on Twitter, I should say.
If you guys follow our Twitter page, if you look between the two of us, we're at over, I think, 80 bets in the first week between the two of us right now. When we come out with our card later, I currently have 25 play card.
Morgan's
that is going to keep building. So
Morgan's just a sociopath that just has no control over himself.
We're going to have one of the days, we're going to have one of the days where we're just going to play tournament time. We're playing every single tournament game.
Bro, if the world comes back to normal, you're coming to AC with us. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Oh,
absolutely. Without a doubt.
Yeah. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, bro. Free rooms. Don't even worry about it.
If we really get back to normal, we get fans. I got a place in Charleston. We'd like to do some tourney basketball. We can get down there, watch a couple games. Duke played in Charleston last year. Maybe we get them back in there, see a Duke game down home.
That wouldn't be bad. Just going back on Duke real quick, I don't know if they have that one scorer like they've always had that can just take over a game. I really don't think they have that. They don't know. It looks like they did know what they were doing on offense.
I think a big thing that you're going to have to see, and I think we saw this a lot with the Jason Tatum team, is with your primary guy being a freshman, it takes a minute. It's going to take a couple of games to get him under wraps. We said 2 weeks ago, I said Matthew Hurt was one of my dark horses for player of the year. He had a nice night last night. I'm very excited for what he's going to do. Jalen Johnson's the number 5 recruit in the country. He's a 6'8" point guard. It takes a little bit, especially at that size. I think give him a few games, let him get his feet wet. I want to see him start to take over and use that size into his advantage. It's the Ben Simmons effect. You got a 6'10" point guard who refuses to go score against people. I don't want to see Jalen Johnson doing that. I need to see him just posterizing people. So we'll see what happens,
I agree. I went against my own advice. Like the first episode we did, I said, fade Duke early in the season. I have 2 surefire bets that always happen. Fade Duke first to 10 in the tournament and fade Duke first 5 games. Just something I've always done. And I've placed those bets, but I haven't given them out on Twitter because I'm psyching myself out. I'm psyching myself out a little bit.
It's tough. It's tough, especially when it's your team. It's a tough play. I don't want to be actively seen rooting against my team.
Exactly.
That's tough. When I put the Seahawks pick out this week, that hurt me. That one hurt me deep to my core. Even I knew I was going to win money, but it hurt me to go against my team.
Yeah, I'm just happy you did because the amount of times I've had to edit your fucking article when you were like, I don't ever bet on the Eagles, and then every week I'm reading something
every single week
the Eagles are going to come on the don't, and I'm just like, come on, dude. You're just giving yourself an L. You're just ruining your.
Eventually, the Eagles they're 4-6-1 against the spread this year. I just got to chalk it up. We stink. I'm not going to bet the Eagles will get the spread ever again. At least this season. Probably not ever again.
It's come to the point where the NFL looks more rigged than it ever has before.
You can say that again. They're fucking up my quarterback.
No, we'll stop with your quarterback. He stinks. He stinks. Doug Peterson stinks.
That'll be a podcast for another day. I will defend my man Carson to the grave.
He is a brick wall out there.
I'm gonna call it right now. I'm gonna put a futures bet in as soon as the season ends. Comeback player of the year next year, Carson Wentz.
I double your money saying that he won't.
I will put that bet in.
I'll give him 2-1 odds. Said it won't happen.
All right. I like this.
Guaranteed. Lock that in, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody want Morgan's action?
We have it here. You have video proof of it. I will put that bet in as soon as the season ends. I feel great about it.
Let's go on to Kentucky versus Kansas. I had a great time watching this game. I had Kansas, wound up not covering, but I was excited to watch this game.
It's a great game. It's two great blue blood programs. Always a fun team to watch. Kentucky's always fun to watch. Those Calipari teams are just awesome.
Did you watch the whole game last night?
I did not. I only saw little pieces of it. Unfortunately.
Oh man, no, he.
You know what last night was? Last night was a bachelorette night. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I gotta watch my show.
You can't record the bachelorette when blue bloods are playing.
Absolutely not. Not a chance. I have to see that in the moment so I can live tweet it.
Very true. Next year or when the next season comes out, I want you to have a whole segment about betting on.
I will rank every single contestant before the opening episode, and I will put odds on each one. We will start taking picks on betting the diagonal on Twitter for the Bachelor Bachelorette, and you guys can kind of fade me on that if you like and see what I like. I have some hot takes on there. One of these days I might just forget to switch the account over, and you're going to see some of my Bachelorette picks and takes coming on the betting diagonal page.
Yep. So if you follow us on Twitter, you saw my last second ad of Kansas first half, where I thought it would be like similar how Virginia came out. I don't know. Did I text it to you? You didn't answer me. You didn't say a word all day yesterday.
I was enjoying my libations all day yesterday.
So I thought they would come out angry. I thought they'd come out for revenge after just getting smoked on national television on Thanksgiving, but they didn't. They came out flat again, and they don't look good. First off, neither one of these teams look.
Kansas is Kansas overrated?
Yeah,
that's another one. Again, that's another team I think will kind of be there towards the end. I think they're going to get better. It takes a little bit, but they don't look good.
They don't look good, but they were down most of the game. But like I said when we first started the show, veteran leadership early in the season will take you to a win. They didn't cover. They should have covered. They missed 3 out of the last 4 free throws. They missed back-to-back free throws, got the offensive rebound, missed the front end of the 2, and I was like, well, there goes my cover. I knew it right away. It was still
right out the window
left. And then I forgot who hit that 3 with like an inch on his foot from the line, and I was like, oh no, there it is. Yep. So then we had a chance. All Kansas State.
It was close. I've picked Kansas both the first 2 days, and they're just kind of not doing it for me. What are we going to do? Well, I'll let you know what I'm going to do shortly on Kansas, probably. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
My last concern is Villanova. I hate Villanova.
My local team. Oh,
I hate them. I don't know if I'll bet on them on a spread again this year. I don't know. I was so high on them. I was so ready.
I was as well. Nova coming into the season, I did think was a little overrated. I did not think they were a number 3 in the nation team. Nova is a team that picks it up midway through the season, and then either it will fade away, or you're going to see them win the fucking title. This is an odd year for Nova. This is the year that, theoretically speaking, if we just go off our past 4-year trends, this is a title year for Nova. I don't know.
But I watched that team. I don't see it. I don't even think they're the best team in the Big East. Talent-wise, they're not the best team in the Big East. The only thing that makes them potentially is Jay Wright.
I think that's one of the things I will always lean back to is good coaching will always support a struggling team. I think Jay Wright has a strong case for being the best coach in college basketball.
Listen, buddy, I have one phrase to say to you. People say good teams win, great teams cover. Good coaches win, great coaches cover. That's
That's
all I
true.
got to say.
Very true. That's a very good point. That's a
Bill Self, trash coach. Trash coach.
it's a
Because,
trash organization, another
oh,
morally
jeez,
corrupt
yeah.
institution.
You know, I'm just angry about that because the kid, like, had it. I lost so many times on that yesterday. I was angry. I lost 3 bets in total. One I was chasing the first half, but the other two was Cleveland State.
Mm-hmm.
This asshole. They let him with 6 seconds left. They let him have a free layup. Literally, everybody got out of his way. I searched so hard to find the last minute of the stream of the game just because it was such a close game. And you know what he does? Instead of just taking the points and filling up his stat sheet, tosses it out for a 3-pointer in the corner, which is, if you've ever played basketball, the hardest shot to make in basketball.
Literally the most
It's
impossible.
the most
Every time,
inefficient shot there is.
every time I play around the world, it takes me at least 30 shots to hit that shot, and then I go right back to the beginning and I miss every single time.
There is. So then I'm watching Kansas, and then he gets the steal, and then like stops for a second, realizes nobody's gonna foul him again, and like tries to make a dunk. If we had 0.7 seconds more, we cover. Is
Oh
that
yeah,
simple? And
so simple.
it's been tough. I when I posted the records, I didn't update the records for today. I think I'm gonna do them every Tuesday because that's when I'm off, and I think that's the second biggest college basketball day is Tuesdays, right? Tuesdays or yeah, no,
Usually
Tuesdays definitely is.
Tuesdays, yeah.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. But so that's probably when I'll update them because I feel like updating them every day gets tiresome, and
We're gonna
as,
drive
as
ourselves crazy
I don't
if
have
we
time
start to
today.
see ourselves struggling a little bit. I don't need to know that I'm cold until a week later.
I do. I like the people might need to know, but I already know that I'm cold. Like I'm having a bad day, but that's
If I'm cold, I will let you know that I'm cold. You will know in what something I write or something I say when I feel like I'm cold. Like right now, I'm living pretty right now. I'm feeling good. I feel like it just takes one day to get right back to mojo, and I'm feeling it.
it's a game of swings. Gambling is a game of swings. Like I've lost now 5. I didn't check my scores today, but I've lost 5 games by .5. I've lost
You
in
hate to see it.
College basketball alone, not to mention the Florida game that lost by .5, Kansas City that lost by .5. This is all just this week.
That's
You
it's
add
tough.
those up, oh, it's killer.
It's
That's how
brutal.
Vegas
It
keeps
is absolutely brutal.
the hooks. The hooks keep the lights on, boys and girls. So I just
But they keep bringing us back just because of it.
oh man, have you ever been to Vegas?
I have not.
Oh, hell of a time.
So it sounds like we're gonna have to do a Vegas trip. Maybe we'll do a pod on the road, head to Vegas.
Yeah, man. We got
I
some
mean, I
plans. We
feel
had a lot of plans
we,
ready for
I
all
for
listeners
those
of
of you who are
FFC.
watching and listening to this, our pre show talks and everything. We have some great ideas down the pipeline for you guys. We have just our brains are churning. We have some amazing content and ideas that we're gonna bring out hopefully, and it's gonna be a show, baby.
Mhm.
Just get ready, buckle in, get your popcorn ready. We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, man. Once football is comes to an end, like right around February, like once the major, like really beginning of January, once playoffs start, Sean will be on more. Sean will be down to talk college basketball because that's what he does. He runs a football company, so like he's time consumed to the max, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nonstop, 24/7, designing, fucking click in, type in, doing absolutely nothing on the computer, making thousands and thousands of dollars. Shout out to all my graphic designer friends out there. But yeah, I told him I was like, bro, we're having fun. We're having a great time. You got to come join. He
it's,
plans on it.
it's something
If
we love
Mike,
to do. That's simple.
yeah, man. Once if Mike could ever stay up late past 8 o'clock, he's a fun guy to talk to about gambling, bro. Like he's hysterical. I know you've played Call of Duty with him. The kid gets fucking angry in the smallest thing.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful sight. You'd hate to see it. It's going to be one of those weeks that we're hot and someone else isn't. It's going to pour it on just a little bit.
It's literally how the whole podcast thing happened this week. I told him briefly we had a major blowout, and I was like, "Fuck it, Morgan and Jared, you're coming with me."
Let's roll, baby.
Before I want to roll with some real quick, some teams that I've faded in the past, and I wasn't sure we were gonna work out again in college basketball, but it's official. These teams still suck, and you can still bet against them no matter what the point spread is. Chicago State, historically, in past 5 years, been the worst team ever. That doesn't play Division III basketball. They're an actual Division I school.
Not Evansville.
No, Greensville.
Greensville.
Shout out to Greensville.
We love you guys. We absolutely love you here. You might be, aside from like Duke and Nova, you are my favorite team by
far. Mississippi Valley State, probably the only team that's worse than Chicago State. These SWAC teams are just terrible. The SWAC. And Quinnipiac. Most people don't know where Quinnipiac is. I almost went to school there. Beautiful campus.
I'm gonna guess it's in New York because I'm one of those. Most people have no idea where Quinnipiac is.
Nah, man, it's in Connecticut, about 40 minutes from New Haven, just right up the road.
Connecticut, they're pretty close to each other. They're pretty similar.
I don't because breathtaking. The freshman dorm is on top of like a nice little hill that overlooks the valley, dude. It's a beautiful school. And then they showed me the price tag, and I was like, nah, it ain't for me. It ain't for me.
I'll see you later.
Have you seen my gambling history? Stop it. So they're terrible. Once again, I find like my buddy texted me today. Like I haven't kept up with Quinnipiac and what they do. It's just I don't like them. I can't afford them. You know what I mean? So I found out they're still okay to fade. They lost by like 35 tonight. I'm like, that's solid. And like I told you guys, I have a vendetta against Nova. I'm going to fade them the rest of the year.
You fade them absolutely. I can't disagree with that. It's a shame to see, but maybe I'll get lucky and have a Nova Duke championship game, and it's just a win-win situation for me.
Oh boy, but the big two mainly, just to be completely serious, like Quinnipiac is fine to fade a lot, but Chicago State and Mississippi Valley State, don't even look. People thought like solid handicappers this week had what I think Chicago State played Illinois, and the line was 43 at closing, and people were like, "No, you have to take the plus 43."
I mean, no, you'd think like, okay, 43 points, but no it doesn't even matter how good Illinois is, who still is covering, might I add, who's winning with the plus 5.5.
Yeah, that's not by much.
Not by much, but we're winning. That's all that matters.
Hey, that's fine. It's still 10. Listen,
what did rest in peace Al Davis say? Just win, baby.
Yeah, that's fine. You should have taken the money line if you're that confident, but
I'm not that confident.
On the edge. You're teetering on the edge.
I'm confident with the points.
What was I gonna say? I had something else to say. Besides the fact that I spelled Mississippi wrong 3 different ways. I just noticed it now. There's just too many letters in there for me to do.
I mean, if you want, everyone is watching, you can see that Billy's having a rough week. It's the kid was hot, and now the kid's not. It is what it is.
I was made of gold on Monday, dude.
By next Wednesday, he'll remember how to spell Mississippi again.
MISSISSIPPI.
I'm gonna send him a little spelling book as a little gift, with my winnings that I'm gonna get from this Illinois game and my good days that I'm having right now. We're gonna teach him how to spell some words. I need to learn how to spell Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac, baby. You see how I spelled that perfectly fine with no issue? That's how much I faded them last year. Oh yeah, hold on.
You got a 3 ball?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Where's that going?
Ball. I'm losing the bet right now. I'm losing it right now.
Let's some NFL talk.
Transition a little.
Yeah. If we need to focus up a wee bit. Not that it really matters. We like to have fun around here. Oh, they're on the break. Sorry, they're on the break. They slid it up. I don't really have much for this slate. I don't like it. All these games.
Tough week.
I think that's like when we did the fantasy football podcast, we were just bullshitting half the time because a lot of these games just flat out stink. You don't want to watch them. Like probably the sharpest game is on the board would probably be the Lions +3. That's what I've seen a lot on Twitter and like on talk shows. Lions +3, Lions +3. But do you trust the Lions? Kenny Galladay's not playing. Somebody else wasn't playing. I don't like it. It's
Also,
not on my.
factor you're gonna have an interim head coach. That's never a good sign.
Actually, no, that's right. Add it to my card. Add it to my card. That's
Going on the board.
that's a fuck you, Matt Patricia game. That is undefeated. That's Bill O'Brien.
We saw it with Romeo. We went back on that one when that game happened. I was against Texans in that game. You were right. I was wrong.
Immediately, I told you.
You absolutely did.
I asked you to change.
I remember when you said that, and I was like, "Nope, I'm rolling with this pick." I was wrong. I was 100% wrong.
Lions +3. That's probably why it's only +3. To be honest with you.
Who's interim coaching for the Lions? Do we know? I'm sure we know, but do we know?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'll find out for you.
I'll find it out real quick. Who we got here? Lions interim. Daryl Bevel is coaching the Lions now. So we have, I believe, a defensive mind, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Former Seahawks coordinator. So I don't know how much we'll see different on the offensive side of the ball, but can't be worse than Matt Patricia. So,
I think the team looks better offensively with Mitch, but it's not really saying anything. He looked terrible, but like they could move the ball. They were They were able to move the ball, which is.
I think of all the teams of fans there are in the NFL, the Bears are up there with the teams, their fans I just feel for the most, because over the past 2 decades or so, they've had some great defenses, Hall of Fame caliber players, but they cannot figure out their offense to save their. Don't do that. You're behind me. I already saw that. They cannot.
I can't help it.
Their offense to save their fucking life. Running through quarterbacks left and right. Oh, that one hurt. Oh God, now it's a double-digit game. That's not good. So get ready, anybody watching. Get ready for some more threes to come up. We're gonna get some 2 to the dome soon once my team starts rolling back. But it sucks for the Bears. They've had Urlachers, the Lance Briggs, the Charles Tillmans, the Devin Hesters. These great all-time players. No offense. I mean, you went to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman under center. Your best quarterback, my favorite players of all time, Jay Cutler. That's the best you can do. Like, it sucks. I feel bad for them. They suck. Mitch Trubisky, you suck. Like, you're garbage. You're always going to be the guy who got taken ahead of Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. That's what it's always going to come down to for you.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough for him. I don't know if I'm going to bet. I have to, based out of principle, like on the trend that happens when somebody fires a coach. They always win. They just went out. They went outright. It's not like Atlanta won, Houston won. They always win outright. I don't need to see who's playing this or that.
No, I like that pick.
+4 would have been better. I just saw it opened at +4. That would have been nicer. If it's still at 3, like
not bad.
I'm gonna sprinkle the money line. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not posting. I'm gonna sprinkle the money line on Twitter anymore because I'm just gonna get like when we start gaining follow. I'm just gonna get shit on.
You will.
Because
eventually, I'm gonna
any dog I take 90% of the time. It's just like because like I'm confident the dog will cover, and it's like a 6. You never know what's gonna happen. The Eagles could have recovered an onside kick.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, my Eagles could have recovered an onside kick. We can't even throw to the right guy.
You're not wrong there. You have a game next that you want to talk about?
Where do we want to begin on this 25 play card that we have? We're not going to go crazy.
Pick something that's not on my card.
So I got one of the games. A game that I'm actually just genuinely interested in, and I don't know. I have an idea of how I'm going to play it, but I'm not sold on it just yet. Is the Titans-Browns game? That's probably, in my opinion, the best actual game that we're going to have this week. Right now, the Titans are -6 to the Browns with the line or the over/under at 54. I like the Titans at -6, and I like the under in this game at 54. These are running football teams. This is a ground and pound on both sides of the ball. It's going to speed the game up. There's going to be less scoring chances. I'm excited to watch this game. Like, this is as an old school football kind of guy where you get defense in there. This game's going to be fun to watch. Just watch Henry, Chubb, and Kareem Hunt just run people over.
Yep.
So that's where I'm going to head. That's one of the games I'm going to take a look at.
I said on the podcast yesterday, fantasy podcast, that we're going to see the three best running backs in the NFL run the ball this week in that game. In my opinion, they're three of the best running backs. Top five. Let's go top five. Kareem Hunt deserves a starting job. That's someone that's not in Cleveland. He doesn't deserve to be treated like that. Yeah, I mean, like the first year he did, this year he doesn't. And the first year he deserved to be on the Browns and lose. Like, listen, we get it. Shit happens.
You deserve to be in purgatory for all of your sins.
He doesn't deserve that Josh Gordon treatment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If anything, I personally would lean the Browns to cover, but I wouldn't take it at the 6. I'd wait for the 7 or just not touch it. That's just me.
My leaning in this one is quarterback play. I think Tannehill has done well. They both stink, but I will roll Tannehill over Baker any day of the week. Baker is. I'm at the point where I don't know if the Browns are going to pick up the 5-year option on Baker. Yeah.
When you said Baker, I was just imagining him overthrowing that receiver last week in the end zone.
The one in the end zone on the pick route. That was fucking. We could have made that throw. Like, I could have threw that left-handed and got it there.
Yeah.
I'm at the point where I think Baker could be not a candidate of not getting his 5th-year option picked up. Tannehill is a game manager, but he's a little bit better than just a regular game manager. So that's why I lean in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, A.J. Brown is going off right now. Like, I love that.
If you listen to the podcast ever, I am an A.J. Brown hater. I don't think he's good. I don't.
He's doing something right.
Yeah, Brian Tannehill's throwing him the football. That's what he's doing.
Hey, I could use that on my team. My receivers got 9 catches this past week.
Mine did too, but thank God that I own every great running back in the league. I have three to the top 5 running backs in PPR. So,
I mean, I have 0 great running backs in the big money league. I had Tyreek Hill and Will Fuller go off, and I still found a way to lose.
Can we quickly? I'm never gonna end talking about this Will Fuller thing because it makes I've talked about it every day to everybody I see that knows about football. It makes perfect sense why Will Fuller has not gotten hurt this year. It
certainly does.
Like you haven't known me this very long, but I have this joke. I don't know where I heard it from. I take complete credit for it. It's not my joke. Will Fuller is too fast for his hamstrings. That's it. He's too fast. He's too quick. He's a great player. Don't get me wrong. It's just the speed is too quick. His hamstrings are like a couple yards back where he left them. And every year you see him, he's at 2-3 games, pulled hamstring. Next thing you know, oh, sorry for your loss, buddy. Oh, geez. Oh, man. Ooh.
I might have to change the screen. If people watching, I might have to turn the game off. It's my plus 5.5 is kind of looking scary right now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fine. It's still 6 minutes.
I got a lot of game up now. I'm down 16 points, so that's cool.
16, 14. It's 14. It's 14.
No, it's 16 on my end.
Depends.
You needed a win. I'm gifting you a win today.
I did need a win for my personal bankroll to make myself feel better. I doubled down on it right before the game started. Quick advice: don't do things like that. Me and Morgan, we want you to gamble responsibly first and foremost. Let's get that quick Barstool gamble responsibly nonsense. But for real, we're here to help you win money
and have fun with it. Though.
Yeah, we have fun. We like to have fun, but in the end, we want you to win money. If
you're winning money, we're winning money. Everybody's happy.
You're gonna have a bad time.
You gotta pick through our bullshit sometimes. You gotta find. Tail us when we're hot, fade us when we're cold.
Morgan, what time I text you this morning? 6 a.m. I put in a 12 parlay at 6 a.m. this morning just because I was so hot this week. And you know what? I deserve it. This is what I deserve. I absolutely deserve it. It was for peanuts, ladies and gentlemen. It's
Gambling is a humbling thing.
you don't expect to win 10 games. You don't. It's
But when you do, it is oh so sweet.
oh yeah. It's I
But
have a friend
yeah.
who
What
I
other,
got
what
him
other
to
NFL
the
games you
game.
got this?
I haven't gotten authority to call him out, but he's a big believer in the 10 game parlay. Shout out to my boy. He knows who he is. He listens. um, so let's get back to football. Let's get back to
What
some
else? What
football.
else? What else you got? What's another play you got this week?
I'm going Bengals plus 11. I'm playing the number itself. It's nothing more than that. Like I didn't think that they should have covered. Like they shouldn't have covered last week, but they did just because of some lame ass NFL. Hey, let me with the Vaseline. Everybody got the Vaseline one way or another this weekend. Like if you didn't get it with the Giants, if you took the other way, you were safe. But then you knew you took Seattle then, and you were fucked. You were fucked regardless. I like that game. I know you do as well. I'm
Yeah, I
playing
do.
solely on the number. I have no faith in that team at all to win, but
No, I agree with you. I like that a lot. I mean, you don't need logic for that one. It's the number is what the number is. That's what it comes down to. I'm doing the same. I have the Giants Seahawks. I'm taking the Giants plus 10. I think the Seahawks will win that game. Plus 10's a big number. The Eagles got more points than the Giants are getting. The Giants are a significantly better team than the Eagles are. I love that. I love that
and they
the Giants
have
give me those points.
yep. They also have Big Cock McCoy, Big Cock
Big
McCoy
Cock
coming
McCoy back under center.
in.
My man.
Big
Gotta
Cock
have a little Colt 45 action. I love it.
45, two Colt McCoys.
My man Colt's gonna be sitting there on the bench. He's gonna have a nice little dip in. He's gonna come out under center, spit a little bit out there in Bobby Wagner's eyes, and he's gonna just throw a 70-yard bomb at Darius Slayton.
Oh yeah, I love how everybody thinks Bobby Wagner's the greatest linebacker. He's
Dallas Goddard made him look like a chump this past week. So
I gotta find which article I wrote about it. I was attacking him over and over again for about a month. He has given up the most yards after catch. Like obviously he plays the linebacker position, so he's not like
it's
instantly
not
there,
gonna cover
but
everything.
he's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
not covering anybody. Essentially, he has 900 in the past 3 years. He has 900 more yards after catch than anybody else.
That is wild.
Yeah, they just attack. They like
I
if
know.
you played DFS last year, you knew that the Cardinals, whoever the Cardinals were playing, you played their tight end. Vance Joseph was streaming tight ends from against the Cardinals defense last year, and Seattle is kind of similar. So I think Colt might rely on Engram, eat
I
up
agree with
a
that.
little bit. So I like
Maybe
that.
Ingram catches a pass. We'll see what happens.
He
Decides he wants to
rolled
hold
out.
on to one for once, but
He had 100 and something yards.
he had a good game. He also dropped some easy catches against the Eagles this year.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
not.
can eat my
I
dick on
can't.
that
I
one.
can't. Hey, I can't talk to you about last week because I didn't watch your game last week. But he
Boy,
could have beat the Eagles
that
that
one.
first
Uh,
one.
I'm not a Giants fan. You
I
always
don't blame
assume
you.
I'm a Giants fan. I am no sir, never a Giants fan.
Who are you a fan of?
I'm a Steelers fan. I'm a
I
fan
did
who
know
wins
that.
me
Okay,
money.
I did know that.
In the NFL, I'm a fan
Who
who
would see the
wins me.
money? Yeah.
I've been saying that since high school. My dad was a diehard Steelers fan. With the curtain, all that great stuff, all the legends. Listen, I grew up with
That's
Troy
why
Polamalu, greatest
I'm a
safety.
Dolphins guy this year.
Yeah,
Dolphins this year, 8-3 against the spread. Gotta love them.
facts. Yeah, but you're fading them this week, because
I
every team comes
am.
down to earth. Every team comes back down to the mean.
Yes, sir. Definitely, definitely. What other games you got this week? What do you like?
Let's see. Washington plus 10, and I like the
Okay.
under as well.
Great picks.
Steelers,
Great picks.
excuse me, and cucked. Did you did you see Eric Ebron's tweet? Eric
I did
Ebron was
not know.
talking shit to the NFL. Tagged the NFL. He said, "I just want to let you guys know that this is horseshit. We're supposed to have a late bye. They were supposed to have a week 10 bye, I believe. It was week 9 or week 10.
Yeah,
They
they
got
had to
cooked
have
out
those
of it
super
because
early.
of the Titans game. They
Yep.
were pressing
Now
it.
the Ravens go
School this
fuck them
semester
now too.
flat out canceled. And then they were supposed to have a Thursday game and then have 10 days rest and play on Sunday. But now they're playing Wednesday.
Over.
They played today. And then they got to play, was it Monday? They're playing Monday?
Monday, they're a Monday game. Yep, they're a
Yeah.
Monday game.
I think it's Monday afternoon, too.
I gotta say, I love these 3 o'clock starts on a Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, I hate
They're
it.
fucking awesome.
5 o'clock on Monday. They're not even the late game on Monday. The Steelers get no respect. And guess what? They're still undefeated. They're going to win
Yeah,
this game.
yeah. I think they win this game too.
There's a
I
chance
think
they could.
Washington will cover this game, but I think
Washington's better than people
Pittsburgh
think.
will win this game. Washington's defense is legit. Their D line is going to wreak havoc for the next 10 years.
And I'm going to keep beating this drum to the end of time. Shout out to my boy Antonio Gibson. The rest of this cup of whiskey is for you, baby.
Yes, that kid. Nice. Who saw it? I mean, I didn't. I know you saw that coming, but I did not see that coming.
Oh, I saw that coming in fucking May, and I was ready to roll, banging on the drum. It was like real late at the end of fantasy football season. This isn't gambling stuff, but I don't care. When you get something right, you got to bang the drum.
You gotta pump just a little bit.
You gotta. I'm having a bad day, boys and girls. I gotta get my confidence up. I gotta talk some good juju into this Baylor game that I'm currently winning.
Over. It's not over.
No, it's not over. There's plenty of time, dude. There's plenty of time. I like the under. I think Pittsburgh's gonna be tired, and we're not sure if James Conner's gonna be back. Both these teams gonna want to slow it down. I think Washington, their secondary is good. You can't run on them, and even if it could be, I see a game similar to like how it was today. Very low scoring, both teams under 20.
So, oh yeah, definitely. I love the under in this game for sure.
Yes, sir. What do you got? Do you like anything else?
I'll give you one more football pick before we switch gears a little bit. I'm going to go to the Monday night, the main event Monday night game, Buffalo San Fran. Buffalo is a 1.5 point favorite right now. I love that. I love Buffalo winning this game. Buffalo is, I think, starting to find it again. They're heating back up like they were in the beginning of the year. Fun fact, Josh Allen is only 45 yards per game away from hitting his over for the year for yards. I think he's going to hit that this upcoming week.
I hope
San
so.
Fran, it's just, you got to feel for San Fran. Everybody on that team just keeps getting hurt. They're just dropping like flies. You can only do so much after a little while. I love Buffalo this week. I think that, again, you're going to see another Josh Allen game where he's going to come up, probably throw for 2. I think he might run for 1 as well. That Buffalo defense, I know I've been talking about a couple times now. That defense is not bad. That secondary, you got 3 All-Pros back there, and that's a game changer, especially against a team that's, it's not the best on offense right now. They can't do a ton. They got some nice pieces, but there's a lot of injuries. So minus 1.5, I think that really should be about a minus 4.5. So I'll take the 1.5 for sure.
All right. See, I somewhat disagree because San Francisco with Raheem Mostert, they eased him back in last week. This week, Buffalo can't stop the run. That defense isn't good. Tre'Davious White, people are saying he's going to guard Debo. Debo usually comes out of the slot. Tre'Davious White doesn't go into the slot. He's not a slot receiver, and he looks like shit. Shout out to my homies out in Buffalo. I have people who I've gotten blackout drunk with to lengths most people will never understand from my boys in Buffalo. Shout out to them, big Buffalo fan. But if this was at 4, or even it was opened at 2.5, and it's already at 1. If this was a 4 or 5 to open up, it would be trappy for me. I wouldn't even touch
Absolutely, yeah. If it's getting up to those range, 100%, I'd probably just flip it and take the points with the Niners. But right now, with it being 1.5, Buffalo's the better team. I got to roll with the better team.
We'll see. I'm not touching that game personally. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff.
It's a tough week. You're gonna have to really deep dive for. But this could be a heavy prop bet week, possibly. Yeah. It's going to be some deep dives.
Mm-hmm. Like the Lions one was it's just been such a crazy week with college basketball starting, and like I knew that Matt Patricia got fired. I knew it yesterday when I did the podcast yesterday, but just today I forgot about it. Like I'm trying to figure out bets for the week. Like
lots happening. You lose a few bets here and there. You forget some things.
yeah, my NFL bets have just been absolutely horrendous, pretty much most of the year. But I had to add that one in.
We're towing the line over here.
Yeah,
we follow the six pack. We're about 500
it's,
on our NFL bets this year.
If
we're coming off a 3-3 week, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. Like if you ask the sharps out in Vegas or like the people you pay picks for, these fucking schmucks. No, they are schmucks. They know what the fuck they're doing. That's why
they're pretty good.
Listen, like there's guys out there. Like I get some texts. My friend will text me a screenshot of what he gets, and like he was fucking 15-2 in college basketball this week in the past 3 days. And I'm like, and I like jerked him off slightly. I was like, "Oh yeah, bitch! Oh yeah, bitch! I was 7-0 on Monday, and I really should have been 9-0.
I didn't pay for my picks.
I didn't make you pay for any of them." But they all agree NFL is the hardest game to bet. It's the most public game. Like that's why I love college basketball. I'll always love it. Like I know you love college football. I know you gamble on it like a fucking wild man. And like that's why nobody bets on hockey. Only fucking psychopaths like you bet on hockey because like I've watched hockey my entire life.
I think, and we'll get into it more when it gets closer. We're going to teach you thinking too about NBA, but I think NBA is the easiest by far to bet.
Yeah, but I'll bet on it all the time. Like because during college basketball season, like I'll be on my book, like checking games, this and that, and I'll see an NBA game that like I still keep up with the players. This year I'll be more into it. We're doing the fantasy basketball thing, so I'll be more into it. So I'll know what's happening. But I don't like betting a spread before a game starts for NBA because
for sure
there's no value in it. There's no value in it. Like LeBron could be like they can come out flat. Like Westbrook could drop 20 in the first quarter, and then LeBron just smokes them the rest of the game. So you can get like a plus 14 on the Lakers for free.
Oh yeah, you just gotta. Well, we're gonna have some fun with NBA. I'll leave it at that with you.
Yeah,
I make my big money on NBA bets.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. I have 2 prop bets I already know I want. There'll be more added. I'm gonna definitely throw them up on the Twitter. James Robinson over in rushing yards. Doesn't matter if it's 100 rushing yards. Listen, Minnesota can't stop anybody. People keep saying that their defense looks better, the defense looks better. They're frauds. James Robinson has put up numbers versus the best of the best. He's put up numbers against every team he's faced, and like he's an undrafted rookie. Not rookie, I believe his second year, but he was undrafted. I love him. It'll probably be set. I'm guessing it'd be set at 74.5. That's my guess.
Sounds
that's he's like if you go to fantasy projections, like if you want to get like an early idea on prop bets, you can look at DFS websites. You can stop looking. You're not going to win this game. It's over. Like I'm 40 seconds behind you. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to win this game.
The difference between a 5-1 day and a 4-2 day.
Illinois shoots at the free throw line. Bang! Oh shit!
I guess you just saw that three.
I saw that one. That was a dagger.
That one hurt a little bit. Not gonna lie.
The bet that hurt you last week, I'm gonna run it back. I'm going Miles Sanders over in rushing yards. I told you that was a dumb bet. You didn't want to listen to me.
I did not. I wanted to again. Don't bet on your favorite team, everybody out there. They'll break your heart.
Yep.
Unless you're picking them to lose, which I did twice.
I did. Green Bay made David Montgomery look phenomenal this week, and David Montgomery is a bad running back. He's in that rank with Jonathan Taylor and Frank Gore as just the inefficient running backs there is in the NFL.
That's good. I didn't even think of that. That's a great point, though. That's very true.
Shout out to my boy Paul. He texted me today. He's a Jonathan Taylor believer, diehard Jonathan Taylor fan, and I was like, dude, the guy sucks. He stinks because I'm a Marlon Mack guy. Rest in peace, Marlon Mack. He was supposed to be my 10th round keeper. The
Gone
day
too soon.
the day before that happens, before we have to announce keepers, tears his ACL. I'm like, oh, nope, that's it.
Well, at least you knew before you did it, though.
The
That's
day
that's
before,
the big
it
thing.
was close. Um, yeah, I love it. I love it. If somebody can make David Montgomery look good, Miles Sanders is a great running back. They just have to feed him the ball. I think they're going to put.
You just actually give him the ball.
I think they're going to put an emphasis this week on giving him the ball because that's like they're so bad against the run. Second worst.
Yeah, hope that'd be nice. I mean, if those of you who are watching this are Eagles fans, you know that we refuse to run the ball. We're going to sit back and throw the ball 51 times behind our shitty offensive line with our quarterback who is going to die one of these days. And we're going to give Miles about 6 carries. He might have 6 carries for 70 yards, but that's about all he'll get for the game.
That's fine because I think it'll be set at 69. I think it said it'd be 69 and a half. Like you said it before.
I think it's going to be in the 62 to 69 range is what they're going to put it at.
Because they don't run the ball.
Exactly. Yep.
I didn't even see. Are we? Where are we going to next? You want to talk about college football real quick? You want to?
Oh, we got it. We have everything. We got whatever. We have everything you want. We got some college basketball. We got some college football. We'll hit college football first. We'll throw a couple out there for college football.
And then let's go through the picks because we're
closing in on
that. Closing in on the hour.
Some easy ones that I think are good plays this week. Ohio State minus 24 against Michigan. Rivalry game. Michigan stinks.
Yeah, they're terrible. I don't watch college football, and I know they stink.
Take Alabama minus 29.5 versus LSU. That's a big ass number. LSU stinks. They might be the worst defending champ of all time. Alabama is Alabama. They're going to roll. I say roll tide, possibly. What I did there.
Sorry, I was watching something.
I have the Notre Dame Syracuse game. I'm going to take the over 51.5 in that game. Notre Dame is a very good team. They're number 2 in the country right now. Ian Book has them cooking on offense. I think they're going to hit that. I think Notre Dame's going to put about 42 up themselves. Syracuse will get 10 points. We'll hit that over. We can go forever. I got another one I really like this week.
You should take I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off, but he was like counting in his head. Like I could see him because we hop on the Skype call early. Before we record, we were just bullshitting while we're getting ready. He was counting in his head, and like the biggest smile on his face came up, and he's like, 25. I'm like,
beautiful.
What?
It's a beautiful. The card is always beautiful. I'll give 2 more college football picks. I'm going to take Clemson minus 21.5 versus Virginia Tech. Trevor Lawrence for riding down the end of a great college career. This is a Heisman case game right here. Right now, Trevor Lawrence is 3rd in the Heisman rankings to finish the season behind Mac Jones and Kyle Trask. This is a big game. Virginia Tech historically has a pretty good defense. This is a game. If Trevor Lawrence wants to win that Heisman, he needs to go off. He needs to put a 4 or 5 touchdown game on the board. He needs to put a 50 burger up on the board. I love 21.5 right there. And we're going to go a little bit different. One of my favorite little teams here. We're going to go with Toledo. If you watch the college basketball portion, you know I love Toledo. Toledo, take them minus 4-0. I love it. And I was sitting there pumping the Toledo horn all day. Toledo is going to be minus 9.5 against Northern Illinois. I think that might drop down to 8.5 or 7.5, which I might like it a little bit more. But I do like Toledo in that game for sure.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, real quick, I just want to go back into that. Like you said, it might drop down, might go up. Take the best line. Like we were talking about Texas last night. I took the line last night. The second it opened, I knew who was going to play who. I didn't know what the line was. I waited for that to pop up. They were dogs. I took that money line in a heartbeat. It's like my friend texted me. He saw the Twitter. He's like, hey, why would you take a negative money line? I'm like, well, because it was only 1 point. And you're like, you're a little bit safe. It was 1.5 by the time game started. You're a little bit safer regardless. But I had it plus money. So who's the real loser? You know what I mean?
It was an easy winner. You know, I sat on that one also. As soon as I saw that came out, I grabbed Texas plus 1.5. And I was like, that was a biased pick. I hate UNC. They are a morally corrupt institution. They are frauds. They're trash. Don't care about them. They're the other team from North Carolina.
I don't
Other
like him
than
either,
that,
but
other than that,
you
like
got you
that line
gotta
was great.
respect
I
him.
loved it.
You gotta respect them unless they play Duke. You gotta respect them. It was a
See,
good game. I watched some of that game. I was at work all day, and I really wish I could have watched a lot of that game because I'm a big man. Like in high school, feed me in the post.
yep.
I got that drop step. I got the whole deal. So anybody want to 1v1 me? Sean. Shout out to
Oh
Sean.
man,
He lost 11-1. I smoked his ass. You know, but here nor there. The point I'm trying to make: take the best lines. If a line moves, like at say you liked it at plus 1.5, or let's call it 3. Let's say you liked it at 3, and then it moves to a pick'em, or it moves to a -1. If you're not, you gotta trust your gut. Like
oh yeah,
you,
absolutely.
like I'm on my book almost constantly. When I'm not at work, it's almost constant, and even when I'm at work.
I have it open all day.
Sorry, boss man, love you to death, but you know, you know what it is.
I got it up always everywhere I go. That book's up.
Yep, it's open, ready to go, ready for action. Don't you at the end of the day, you can listen to us, you could pay for picks, this and that. Doesn't matter if you don't trust the number, you don't trust your gut, don't take the bet.
That's the thing. Yes, do not guess yourself. Go with what you know. Go with what you believe in. More times than not, you're going to come out pretty decent. You're
Yes,
not
sir.
going to kill yourself too often.
Yes, sir.
But want to run through a couple college basketballs I got real quick?
Yeah, yeah.
Add more, throw
Let's
more
talk
on the
about
card. Now, everyone, the card is going to be put on the Twitter page. So everyone who wants to follow that, fade me if you want to. If you want to roll with me, because I'm hot right now. Billy's the one you should probably be fading.
sure because I got that. Listen, I am the
Hey,
degenerate special. I like
I got
people
my
talk about
fourth
how
Tuesday.
Hawaii
I'll
plays
take it.
11, and like if you're having a bad day, you always bet on them. I'm a Mountain West guy. I'm a Pac-12 guy. That's
Stay up for those late
that's
games. That
part of
1 o'clock
I,
tip on the East
I
Coast.
don't show up to work till 11 a.m. So I get home at 9:30, 9 o'clock because of the pandemic, 9, 10 o'clock. That's my time. I watch basketball. That's my bread and butter.
All right, so we got some. We don't have a ton. We're gonna do a lot of futures picks in this one. That's a light slate tomorrow. I got 2 picks for tomorrow. We're gonna take Utah -7 against Washington. Utah has not played yet this season. However, Washington has. They haven't looked great. I like Utah in this one. We'll see what happens. It's really just a wing and a prayer on this one.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take on a limb.
I like
And I'm
hearing
also
that as
play. I'm gonna
well.
play. I do. Yeah, it's always a good. With the Utah especially is always a really good under game. I also like I like UCLA -20 against Seattle. UCLA's 2-2. Seattle's 3-0. However, I'm rolling with the talent in this game. UCLA is a significantly more talented team and program than Seattle is. So I like the -20 there. We'll see what happens with it. It could go either way. Again, it's very early with some of these games, so we're trying to figure some things out about teams. What are they going to be? What are they not going to be? We'll see.
Yeah,
Futures ones. There's some great games coming up next week. Next week we're gonna have some fun. Um, let's start Friday.
some big
Friday
games
we got a
next week.
Wisconsin Marquette game on Friday.
Love that game.
I love Wisconsin. Feed me those Big Ten big boys down there in the post and everything. I love these
Yes,
guys.
sir.
They're gonna go out there on Friday night and play basketball, and then Saturday night they're gonna line up at center for the Badgers.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see them out there, the guard, the whole offensive lines out there playing the front court for them.
That's a
Love them. I'm
fact.
going to take them at -8.5. I love that one. We're going to fast forward then till Sunday. I got a game on Sunday I like. I got Nova. And we were talking about fading Nova earlier. Nova, Texas. And you know what? I'm actually going to go against myself right here. I'm switching it up. We
Yeah,
were
you
going to
should go
take Nova
Texas.
-5.5. We're
I
switching
told
it up.
you.
We're gonna go Texas +5.5. We've talked about it. I'm thinking more and more about it. I'm not sold on Nova yet. Texas has shown a couple things. Their game against Indiana was disgusting, but they've shown a few things here and there. They took down UNC, which makes me very happy. I'll
Mm-hmm.
take Texas with the 5.5 there. You talked me into it.
You're welcome.
And then I got 3 Tuesday games that really excite me. Get the juices flowing a little bit. Last one is going to be my play. If you can grab it right now, grab it. It is a great line. We'll get to that one in a second. We're going to take Creighton +4.5 against Kansas. We talked about Kansas. They kind of stink right now. Creighton is a good team. Honestly, I'd probably say a great team. They have a
Very.
great program there.
I
they
like
can shoot
Creighton a
the ball.
lot.
That's a good team. I like that line. I'm going to also take Illinois plus 3.5 against Duke. Illinois just lost right now to Baylor. That kind of hurts me a little bit. I'm maybe a little second guess. However, it's early in the season for Duke again. Illinois still is a very good team. They have a Player of the Year candidate in Io. I have no idea how to say your last name. All right, Jameis, calm down. I have
Can't
no
help it.
last name, but Io whatever. He's a Player of the Year guy. I like getting the 3.5 there. And then the game that I am most excited for on Tuesday. If you can get this line right now, run away with it. Iowa Hawkeyes minus 4.5 against UNC. I hate UNC, love it. Iowa is a legit title contending team. They are a great team. They have the Player of the Year favorite in Luke Garza down there. I love that 4.5. Iowa, even against pretty decent teams, has been giving up 20 points and stuff to them. You're giving me 4.5 to UNC. I love it. Give me that. I'm hammering that bet tonight. I can't wait to watch that one. We're gonna put some big units on that game.
I am as well, because he told me that literally right before, like we were supposed to record an hour earlier, and like he told me that, and I was like, wait. I was like shook. I need to grab a drink. I need it. Like that line is phenomenal. Like that line is gonna move ridiculously, and especially when like a lot of offshore books. Like I use offshore books. Unfortunately, I live in New York. You know, I don't condone using illegal activities, but let's be honest. I'm all about
gotta do what
honesty.
you gotta do sometimes.
I'm all about honesty out here. So that's not available to me. So I told him, I was like, I'm gonna send you money tonight. I'm putting that in. That's a lock for me.
That is a great play right there.
It is
absolutely great play. That line is going to shift. That's going to go into Iowa. It's going to go -9, if not 10, at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So you open that up at 4.5. That is a beautiful grab.
Yeah, I love it. I love it at 4. I love it at 5, and I really love it up to 7.
I like the 7.5 as well. Yeah, I would go up to 7.5 with that.
They're a veteran team. They make their free throws. They're built to win this year. They really are. I was a little nervous about them because I like Luka as a player. I also think he's soft when it comes to playing weaker teams. So I tended to shit on him a lot last year. Like my buddy was like, he's got to win that. He's gonna win Player of the Year. He's gonna win the Wooden. And I'm like, no. It's Obi Toppin. That's it. It's end of conversation.
Obi ran away with that award last year for sure.
My picks, since I don't have, I'm adding that one in. I like all those picks. By the way, I just want to say, I like all those picks. I don't know about the Duke one. It's a little early for me.
It's early. We'll see what happens. We're recording on a Wednesday for a next Tuesday game. We'll see what happens with it. There's a lot of basketball in between. There's a lot of things that are going to change.
There's a lot of stuff happening in between.
Absolutely.
I don't know how I feel about the Duke one. But besides that, for tomorrow, I'm riding with you on the Utah, and I'll probably wind up taking the under. Every day where I'm posting, like I know there's 1 or 2 days you didn't post college basketball. I knew you were gambling on it, but like it for sure it slipped your mind. I eat, sleep, and live college basketball.
Oh, they're gonna get up there. We're gonna make sure. I set alarms in my phone to put picks up now.
Yeah,
every couple hours to take a look.
Whatever it takes. But like my volume will not. I want to say my volume will not be what it is first week, as it will be by the end of the season. But the first day, I added 8 games to my 9-game slate. Like obviously, like I live bet just some. I understand basketball. I know it goes on runs, this and that, but I don't. I usually don't play 9-10 games. It's because I'm excited. So I'm excited. These are all lower units until conference play. Conference play is
kind of where you see some bigger things going on. That's when you bring in more money.
Yeah.
Right now, let's build the pocket a little bit.
Yeah, these are all. Every game I've played except for Kansas, because I got greedy last night, was 1.1 to win 1, pretty much. A couple halves, a couple 1.5s, but nothing crazy. Something I feel a little bit more confident in. But like if we start going into units on Twitter, I'm gonna lose my mind, because like it won't add up with because with my units when I'm live betting, it doesn't add up, and it's fucking impossible. It's too much to keep up with. at least
Oh,
for
yeah.
year one.
Won't go
Um,
crazy.
back to the picks. I love the Utah plus 7.5, plus 8, minus. I'm sorry. Um, I like the under as well. I'll probably ride with that. Under in the BC game. They look good. First off, they look good. I might take them to win as well. You say they were given 8. It's way too many for them. They're a scrappy
Yeah.
little bunch down there. USC, you talked me into that one. I really didn't like much on this slate. You talked me into this one.
It's a tough day tomorrow. It's not some good ones. Like with the USC one, you know what we said. I always like to lean the team that has the best player.
Yep,
Evan Mobley is the best player. UNC's riding him. They're not babying him. They took off the training wheels pretty early with him. Played 39 minutes opening night.
yep.
You know,
That was
they're
wild.
letting him roll. He's going to play. You know, I love that. Let him
Yep.
play. End of the season, conference play comes around, tournament comes around. I'm going to fade him a little bit more. He's going to be a
Yep.
little tired.
He's gonna have
Right
no
now,
knees by the end of the year.
right.
Right. And then I'm gonna go back to my well with fading Chicago State and take Eastern Illinois minus 24.5. I'm gonna wait to see what the number is at game time because it's dropped from 26 down to 24.5 already, and I'm just gonna see what it is by game time. But it'll be on the slate. You guys will see it on Twitter tomorrow. And that's it for me, at least for tomorrow. For now, keep up with me on the betting diagonal on Twitter. I post everything all the time. If I add something, I'll let you know. I I bet it and immediately add it. I don't add it then bet it because I don't want to miss the number, obviously. So, but it's immediate because the phone's in my hand. It's there. I swipe up, one over, bang, back to Twitter. It's that simple, boys and girls. Do you have any other picks you want to give out before we
No,
wrap it up?
that's what I got. Like I said, like how Billy just said, I'm sure check us out on Betting Diagonal, Betting Diagonal on Twitter. We're gonna be posting picks each day. I'm gonna be posting much more. I'm hot again right now, so we're gonna be riding that heat wave.
You just I am a cold one.
Yep, I'm gonna ride it. I'm
You're
feeling
like the
good.
Rocky Mountains out here.
I'm gonna bring out the big betting jacket tomorrow just to feel real good about myself. Have the nice little pimp hat on the side and everything. I'm feeling great. Like I said, check out what we're doing on there. We have some great picks coming out. We're gonna keep putting out some great picks. We're having fun with it. We want you. We're having a great time doing this. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We want you guys to learn how to gamble more, enjoy our picks. Play our picks, fade our picks, whatever you think is going to help you win money. Like we said earlier, go with your gut, go with what you believe. What Billy believes. I mean, look at tonight. He had Baylor, I had Illinois. He was right, I was wrong. I
Yep.
still think I liked my pick. I stood by my pick. I was on the wrong end of it. It's going to happen. But don't get afraid of it or excuse me. Don't get afraid of it or anything. But like I said, keep a lookout for what we got coming out. We're gonna have some exciting things down the line for everybody here.
Yeah, guys, we're just gonna keep week after week. I gotta try to sit down and write some stuff for different segments, this and that. Something that I can post that makes it. If you guys have any ideas, I'm gonna post this out straight up. I'm gonna clip this right here. Send us your ideas of what you guys want to
Absolutely.
hear. If you guys like one sport more than the other, like what I told Sean, who's the producer of all this, I said, whatever. We're not hiding anything. Everything is up for grabs on this one. We're just winging the shit out of this. Like we know, like obviously what we're gambling on. We know what we're talking about, but we're trying to have fun. We want to have fun with you guys. So it's a work in progress. The current moment.
Yeah.
I texted Morgan. I was like, you ready to go? Literally out of nowhere, because we talked about it, and like he texted me before the NFL season started, and he was like, "Hey man, we should totally do a podcast." And I was like, "Yeah, with the timing and this and that, I don't know." And I was like, "Man, fuck these kids. Let's fucking run it.
Let's do it. Let's have fun with it.
Run it."
And like Billy just said, you have ideas. Tell us what you guys want. Slide in our DMs. Send us some things. Put some comments on the YouTube when we get this up there. Let us know what you guys like. Let us know your picks. Tell us what
Yeah.
you guys are playing.
Listen,
maybe you got a pick. Maybe you go hot. Maybe I need to start riding your picks and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
If you think our picks are trash, you let us know. So this way, when
Absolutely.
we backdoor cover you last second, I'll tell you go fuck yourself.
And you just gotta wear it on your chest when that happens. It's gonna happen. If you checked out the betting diagonal, we had a great little dialogue going last week on one of the covers and everything. It was amazing. It's just the interaction. It's gonna be so much fun with all of you guys.
Yeah, I couldn't help it. I had to give you a back shot right there, bro. I couldn't help it. Um,
Hey,
I just real quick, I wanted to tell you. I'm just throw it in the podcast. It doesn't matter that we, our friend Jared made the name betting the diagonal, but I came up with another one that I thought would also work. Was the New York asshole and the Philly scumbag would have been great. I thought it would have been
I
great.
don't hate that. I don't hate that. I love to proclaim myself as a Philly scumbag. Like
Yep.
that's one of my favorite things to call. I do not hate that.
I was driving to work the other day and I was like, oh shit, that would have worked too, huh? I like this.
That would have
I think it's smooth. I think it's sleek.
been for you guys. If you want us to throw an Instagram out there, put our picks out, let us know. We got a guy who will do that for
We
us.
got a
We'll
guy.
find a guy who will do that for us.
I know a guy.
I know a guy. His name's Jared. He doesn't do anything all day. We'll have him start doing it for us. He can be our social media account guy. Kind of run our stuff for us. He can get us a coffee in between picks, and he can also post some Instagram vlogs for us. So you say, like Billy said, keep coming us, bring us some content, bring us some fire, come at us with some stuff. We hope you're enjoying this as much as we are. We're having a blast doing this.
Yes, sir. I'll see you guys next week, you degenerates. Good night.
Take care, everybody.